guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello, how are you guys doing? I am okay. Thank you for asking. So for today's video, I wanted to do, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video because I never know what I'm gonna title my video, but I wanted to talk to you about the changes I have done to my makeup routine. I have done some, a little bit, they're not plenty. I forgot words. Anyways, but they're not a lot of changes, and I think with makeup you change a lot, trends are changing, and sometimes you learn a new thing and you're like, oh my god, I actually love how that makes me look much more than my old technique. And yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that, and I'm just gonna do my makeup, the usual thing I do on my channel, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you, I don't know, maybe you can learn something. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm about to teach you something. Lately the first thing I do is spray my face using any spray that I have in my collection. They're usually the kind of spray that I really don't mind using up, and for today I'm using the watermelon spray, because when I come to film my video I have already done my skincare and sometimes it's been hours, so I like to kind of refresh my skin, and so I spray it. I'm gonna dry my face and then we're gonna talk about primer. For primer, there is nothing new about it, so I'm gonna do it quickly, even though I told you I'm gonna come and talk about primer. I lied, I'm a liar. But I'm using the Smashbox Pore minimizing primer. Now, if you have been watching my videos lately, you probably saw me doing my contour, my highlight, and also my concealer before I do foundation. And I don't know why I started doing that, but I think it's better for me, so I don't apply a lot of foundation, because I think when I do foundation first I apply a lot more, and I don't want to do that because I don't need to do that. It's fine. We all have scars, we all have texture, we all have things on our faces, and I don't need to cover it up. So now I contour, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick. Again, I don't really contour, I just bronze, but I call it contour because it's called contour stick, or not really contour stick, it's called matchstick, but I don't know why I call it contour. But it's not contouring, not really. I don't know how to contour, so I'm definitely not contouring. Next up is highlight, and you might ask yourself, or you might ask me, does this do anything? And I'm here to tell you, I don't know. But I still do it, and I think I'm gonna continue doing it until I get bored and I change my whole makeup routine again. I tend to do that a lot. I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to change things up, and also to kind of learn more about your face and see what looks good. Because when you do one thing, or you do one technique over and over again, kind of get used to it. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like our face changes a lot. Not a lot, but like you gain weight, you lose weight, you become puffy one day, you're not puffy one day, and I don't know, it's just like, it's good to experiment, it's good to change things up. And yeah, that's my reasoning. Next is my Corrector. I do this obviously before I apply my concealer. I don't apply a lot. I don't need to apply a lot. Plus it's very like pigmented, so less is more sometimes, especially with Correctors. And now I'm gonna apply my concealer. Again, this is also something that I'm doing, less is more. I'm not applying as much concealers anymore because since I apply a Corrector, it's not really necessary for me to apply a lot of concealer. Plus, this is a very high coverage concealer, and I used to apply concealer all over my under eyes, and I don't need to do that. This is more than enough. And if I find out like, oh, I actually need a bit more, I can apply more. I don't need to go with tons of concealer from the beginning, because removing that is much harder than applying more concealer, you know, after. That's what I mean. So can you see, like, this is more than enough. I used to apply so much concealer before, and I don't need to. This is more than enough for me. I also think it looks so much better this way. I don't apply concealer on my acne scars because I don't know. I don't care. I don't mind them. They're there. I think even sometimes when I apply something on top, throughout the day it goes away and it comes back, and I'm just like annoyed. So I just don't apply anything on top of that, so that when it disappears from my skin, I'm not that upset because I never covered it up in the first place. And for foundation, I'm using the Fenty Beauty foundation. I have days where I only apply one pump, and those days are when I am going out in real life and not on camera. But I think I'm gonna apply one pump today. It's good enough for today. When I'm on camera, I usually apply 2 pumps, but for today I'm just like, I'm feeling the low coverage. And I also concentrate my foundation in the front of my face, because that's where my acne scars are. So look at your face and see where you want to hide the things, and maybe if your outer face is like, not outer face, the surrounding, I don't know, but if you are maybe like, I don't get any scars, I don't have any pigmentation around here, don't apply a lot of foundation, because you don't need to do that. You have nothing to cover. Maybe just apply a little bit to make sure your whole face is the same shade. And that's it for foundation. Really nice. Very, very smooth. Less foundation on my face. Breathable. My skin can breathe as well. That's always good. And also for powder, less is more. I also used to bake. I don't do that anymore because I don't need to. Maybe if you are oily skin, maybe bake on the areas where you get oily. I used to bake under my eyes, and my under eyes are not oily, so I don't need to do that. Maybe I can bake on my chin, maybe on my forehead. That's where I get very oily, around my nose as well. But because I am home today and I'm not gonna be doing anything, I don't need to bake. So I'm just gonna set my foundation, apply as little powder as possible, because I don't like the wet feeling of my face of like foundation. I hate that feeling, that stickiness. Ugh. And if you have dry skin, don't do that. Don't apply powder because you have dry skin and you don't need to, unless you want to maybe like make sure the stickiness is gone. For bronzer, I am not doing anything different, just the same thing I usually do. So I'm gonna do my bronzer, and then I will talk about my blush, which is something else I've changed. Okay, so for blush, I used to smile and then apply my blush, but another tip I've learned from a makeup artist: don't do that, because then your blush is lower where you want it to be. Did that make sense? Was that grammatically correct? No, it wasn't, but I'm not gonna change it. So what I usually do now, I'm gonna take the Morphe blush palette 8W. I'm taking Unapologetic. Yes, I am. So I'm gonna take this one here. So let me show you what I do now. Again, if you watch my videos, you know what I do. So I apply my blush, straight face. I don't do anything. I don't have an expression, as I tend to do when I leave the house or when I am walking around. I'm not walking like this. No. So now I apply it a bit higher up, and I don't take it very far. I take it literally inside my eyes. That's how I like it now. And I also take it on my forehead now. I want to make sure my blush and my bronzer are one, if that makes any sense. Does that look good? It looks good for me. And that is it. Just like how it looks this way. I used to make my face very long because yeah, my blush will be here. So when I smile like this, it's like then here. I don't like it. I already have a very long face. I don't need to make it longer. And for highlight, there's nothing new. I'm doing the same thing as I usually do. I'm using the Ofra Glow. Ow! Ow! That hurts. I'm using the Ofra All Glowed Up highlighter. Just closed it on my hand. That freaking hurts so bad. I'm using, I think, the shade maybe Blissful. I think so. The most important part, MAC Fix Plus. I always use MAC Fix Plus. I love what it does, and I think I will always do. So I'm gonna spray my face, and I will do my eyebrows, and then I think I'll do my eyes, because I'm not doing anything different. It's just that I prime it now, and I think that's it. I'm just doing a lot of base changes instead of eyes and my lips. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I will be back with my makeup done, because you don't need to see, I don't know, everything. You are busy, I'm sure. So I felt bad. I'm just gonna show you my primer, and it's not really that important, but for primer I use the Zoeva Eyeshadow Fix Matte Long Wear. I don't know how I feel about this primer, but I use it because it's the only primer I have for my eyes, I mean. And I know eye primer is kind of important for your eyeshadow, so I'm gonna use it until I'm done, then maybe buy a new one. And I think if you want your eyeshadow to be perfect, use an eyeshadow primer. That's the best way. And if you live in a very hot climate, your eyes are gonna be sweaty, so the best way is to apply eye primer. I've heard the NARS eyeshadow primer is really good, especially for people that sweat a lot on their eyelids, or maybe you have oily eyelids. I've heard good things about it. So I'm gonna do my eyes, and then I'll be back to finish this video off. Okay guys, so I completed my face. My eyes, I was supposed to do very simple, very easy, and then I went full dark. I used the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Let me tell you what I use, just in case you were curious. I used the shade Glory and Poppy, just 2 shades, and it looks fantastic. So this is Glory and this is Poppy. This in my outer corner and this all over my eyes, and it looks stunning and amazing. And for lips, I used the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Willow, and lipstick Anastasia Beverly Hills Spice. Yeah. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like this video. I hope maybe it inspires you to change up your makeup routine and try something different. Learn about your face, learn about how to maybe compliment it a bit more, or not compliment it, but like change. You know, change is good sometimes it's not that good, but I really hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it, and what else can I say? Yeah, I had fun filming, as I always do, and I hope you also had fun watching me. But me and my dark as eyes are gonna leave now, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.